is super fun to compare football between different countries, especially I think the European top 5 leagues, as most of the world would refer to, and then also the leagues that are very close behind, like we said, the Eredivisie, even if you look at the Liga NOS or the Super League in Turkey, they're all super interesting to compare. One question that I had for you as someone who's coming from working as a match analyst in Italy and being a fan of Italian football, I'm assuming your whole life, what do you feel like Italian football provides that other leagues don't quite give the same attention to or don't quite have? Is it the style of defending? I know a lot of people have made Italian teams and Italian players out to be very good defenders. Is it the way that the teams press? What do you feel like Italian football, specifically the Serie A, does really well in comparison to the Premier League, Bundesliga, La Liga, Ligue 1, Eredivisie, Liga NOS, etc., etc.?
Yeah. I mean, this is lovely. Come on, football. Speaking about that around the world and the difference is very nice.
Yes.
My thesis of laurea, my master, let's say, it was about the comparison about with the 5 top leagues.
Yeah, interesting. Really? That was your thesis for your master.
That was my thesis for the master. So I actually compared technical and tactical insights plus physical insights. And from the inside right now, I can tell Italian football in Serie A has improved a lot in terms of ideas, offensively speaking. Before, the teams were more concerned in defending, but now they are always trying to find offensive solutions. Rather than, let's say, 5 or 10 years ago, offensive, let's say the offensive mentality of a team has improved a lot in Italy, generally speaking. Defensively, the way the teams press in Italy is really mathematic.
Yeah.
And sometimes you lose some energy or some rhythm. And this same rhythm they have in Bundesliga or in the Premier League. They are more intense, in my opinion. So you see a lot in Italy situation where the teams are studying themselves and something is going to happen in a moment, while Premier League is more like, two boxers fighting to each other. They are more, trying to counterattack. While here in Italy, they are studying a lot themselves. And then something is going to happen. Something is going to open the game.
It's much more methodical.
Yeah, more methodical, a lot. In Italy, that is crazy, the attention of that kind of details.
Yeah, and
something that doesn't happen in the other countries, but at the same time, in the other countries, they are more concerned into rhythm, energy, into have that kind of thing that helps you a lot in, being aggressive. In Italy, it's more, methodological,
Mm-hmm. And would you say, what league would you say players that play in the Serie A and then get a transfer to a different league, in your opinion, what league is the easiest for a Serie A player to then adapt? Because, one that comes to mind is Kulusevski, coming from Juve. He then went to Tottenham and then played very well. He was under Antonio Conte, a Serie A manager, but also in the Premier League, where a lot of, big signings sometimes don't perform as much, but he did very well in the time he was there. What league would you say is a better transition from Serie A than to a different league?
There's also the reversal with Lukaku.
Exactly,
we
Lukaku.
We can even talk about that, like just why players have those impacts or lack of impacts, and what you think makes those happen.
Speaking about these examples, Lukaku, his style of game was perfect for Conte at Inter.
Mm-hmm.
And against the defenders we have in Italy, physically speaking, there was no fight. It was like impossible for them to counter Lukaku.
Yeah.
So that was the big thing in Italy. Kulusevski, I knew for sure he was going to do very well there because he has a strong physicality. And as I was saying before, Premier League is more about spaces, rhythm, having that kind of energy, and Kulusevski is perfect for the Premier League. I would say in general that any kind of player, when it comes to Italy and he studies the game, because the coaches want that kind of learning process from them, they can then go everywhere, knowing that they are better players mentally. They know much better tactically. The thing is, do they have the right energy? Do they have the strong physicality to cope with England players, Premier League players, Bundesliga players? That is the thing, in my opinion. But tactically speaking, they are ready to go anywhere.